When I lie on the grass and I look at the sky, I think to myself, what world it would have been if things that worked didn't work out. Boy, that would be a horrible world indeed. But luckily I live in a world where things that work sometimes work out, and things that work sometimes don't work. When I lie on the grass and I look at the sky, I think to myself, what world it would have been. David said to his mom, I'm going to the library to hang out with my friends. Is that okay? David's mom said, yeah, that's okay. Holly said to her mom, why is David always going to the library? Holly's mom said, I don't know, they just like to hang out there. No big deal. David made it at the library, and his friends were there. But the thing was, he wasn't there to take out a book. He was there because they were spies, and this was their headquarters. Jane said to Peter, "So Petey, what out? Do you have only 5 minutes for us?" Peter said, I do, and don't call me Petey. David said to Peter, so what's this 5 minutes all about? Peter said, this 5 minutes is about, see what happened when a kid got kidnapped? We think we know where he's been kidnapped, but we don't know. We're not quite sure. Your job's to find out where he is. Jane said to Peter, so Petey, how are we going to get there? Peter said, I told you I don't like it when you call me Petey. But anyway, you're going to take the jet to get there. Jane said, I guess we have to go through the underground tunnel. Peter said, yeah, you do. Peter said to Michael, David, and Jane, good luck, and let's hope we can bring this bad guy to justice. And Jane said, thank you, Petey. And Peter said, don't call me that, Jane. They were basically on the jet and they were flying. David said to Jane, why do you call Peter Petey when he doesn't like that? Jane said, I call him Petey because I like to bug him. David said, I guess that's okay. Michael said, quiet, I think I hear something. David said, I think I hear something too. Jane said, I think I hear something too. Michael said, how about we go and see what it is? David said, that's a good idea. David said to Holly, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here, Holly. Holly said, I was curious where you went to when you said you went to the library, so I snuck and I followed you to here. David said, oh, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Holly said, can I join you on your 5 mission? David said, I guess so, but I don't know. Michael said to David, Holly can join her 5 mission, can't she? David said, okay, I guess so. It was night time, so they went to bed because they had to continue with their spy mission the next day. It was the next day and they were off the airplane. Jane said to David, so where do we go? David said, I'll look at the map. The map says we have to climb over the mountain. I think that's where they've been kidnapped. We don't really know. Jane said, oh yeah, that. Michael said, I guess this is a mountain. I guess we have to climb up it. David said, yeah, we have to climb up. Jane said, yeah, we have to climb up it. Holly said to Dave, thank you for helping me up. Jane said, let's go and see if we can find where that kid has been kidnapped. Dave said, that's a good idea. Chris said, are you here to save me? David said, are you the boy who's been kidnapped? Chris said, yeah, I am. David said, what happened to the people who kidnapped you? Chris said, they fled. David said, let's get out of here. Once they got to the airport, they hopped on their jet. Jane said, how about we sit down and look out the window and sing a little song, because we're in a good mood. David said that is a good idea. We got high hopes, anything is working my way. I could not be any more happy, in a way I'm happy right now, because anything is working the way it should be, yeah. Chris's mom said to them, thank you for saving my son. I was very worried and I was very upset. Thank you. I don't know how I can thank you. Thank you very much. It was nighttime when they came back. David told Peter, my sister snuck aboard the jet plane and she helped us out on our mission. Is it okay for her to join the fight team? Peter said, yeah, she could join the fight team. Peter also said, I guess you guys better go back home. Peter also said goodbye and good night. David and Holly's mom said, do you know how late it is? Haven't you heard the phrase to come in when the lights come on? David said, well, when we were at the library, we lost track of time. David and Holly's mom said, it's time for both of you to go to bed because how late it is. Next time, come home more early, okay? David said, we'll try to. David and Holly's mom said, good night. When I lie on the grass and I look at the sky, I think to myself, what world it would have been if things that worked didn't work out. Boy, that would be a horrible world indeed.